And we are live, fight fans. This is Counterpunch Boxing News with Kurt DeVille. We got Whitey McCrackerson. He's another hype job. XK Shops in the building. What's good? Everything's good. The key to success is finding a way to win, especially when it all seems lost. Well done, Wardley. I like that perspective. When you guys come in, hit that like button. I am here at White Stone Brewery having some brew. Good stuff. Hold on just a second, guys. I am wrapping up a call. So we're in this piece, Untraceable. He's like Dillian, relying on one big punch. Bear shit, Bara Elohim in the building. Counterpunch to you. Of course, hit that like button when you guys come in. Matthew Ryan, counterpunch to you. Mama Lou, what it do? Bars. Huni deserves his props, but he got beat. Well, here's the thing. He did get beat. He got beat by getting knocked out. That's the beauty of boxing. One punch can change everything. One punch can have you the winner after losing every round. You guys remember Mildred Taylor versus Julio Cesar Chavez Sr.? You remember that? That's what it almost reminds me of. It's just a heavyweight version, right? Airzism, much love, Kurt. All is well. All is well. Owen, Fury, Moses Atoma. Michael Rowley. I'm Welsh and I like Wardley. He has a good attitude and guts, but how many times would he beat Huni if he had 10 fights? Well, I'll say this, Michael. I think that's a reason why he decided not to fight him again. You know, I think if I'm Justice Huni, I would work on my craft. I would continue doing what I do. There was no shame in what happened. And in fact, you know, if it wasn't home cooking, this fight could have been a different way. It could have went a different way. We know this, people. Let's stop acting like we don't. But understand the facts. The facts is Wardley landed a right hand. This could have been December of 2018, people. This could have been the same way. It could have been where Wilder got outboxed by Tyson Fury. First fight, Wilder Fury won. And Wilder landed that hand cannon and took him down. And what would you think would have happened if everybody would have said, man, that count was fast? Man, why did Jack Reese wave the fight off? Man, Wilder was getting whooped, right? So it is what it is. Jack's man. Kurt, who will win? Wardley versus Bacali. If I'm Wardley, stay away from Bacali. Simple. Just stay away from him, because if you keep wanting fights like that, see, I don't know, man. Wardley, though, here's the thing. We do know that Ben Davidson is now calling Fabio Wardley Deontay Wilder. So, in essence, Ben Davidson has a version, his own version of Deontay Wilder. He has a British Deontay Wilder. Kurt, the fight on Saturday must have took a couple years off his career. He may surprise us a couple more times along the way, but I seriously doubt Fabio will ever box his 30th pro fight. Darrell Haynes. All right, look at Jarrell. Look at Jarrell. Look at Fabio Wardley now. Based on what you said, and now look at Deontay Wilder. Hey, Yardley, stay away from Bacali. Yardley, stay away from Bacali. Rhymes, Kurt should rap. Yeah, bars. Jax Mans, what's up? I love the camaraderie. Skrilla 50 in the building. What's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. Skrilla 50 in the building. Skrilla 50. No, seriously, guys. I mean, if you want to look at Wardley, he is now a, what do you call it? A low budget Wilder. I mean, you're looking at Wardley getting beat arguably every round getting beat. We all found Wardley ain't going anywhere. Hold on a second. Everyone knows how to disarm his right hand. Not Justice Huni. I think Huni rematch would end up like Clark rematch or Wilder Stavern too. Maybe. So we wouldn't have second or third if Jack Reese waved the fight off. Yeah, but it happened. I mean, I don't know. See, the thing is, man, I don't know about the referee. But like I told you guys today in my earlier video, my first video of the day, Fabio Wardley, he may be smelling himself. And I know for a fact that Ben Davidson is a person that he is a yes man. He is a cheerleader. He is a guy that he pumps you up to the point of delusion. Why? First of all, he was saying like, hey, you know what? He's like Deontay Wilder. He's like Deontay Wilder. He has that punch. He doesn't have to be perfect the whole fight. He just has to be perfect for 1 second. Wilder said the same shit. And you know what happened to Deontay Wilder, people? We were just talking about Wilder yesterday, right? He got the shit beat out of him. He got damaged beyond belief. Deontay Wilder looks malnourished. He looks malnourished now. He doesn't look like he used to. Fabio Wardley, following Ben Davidson, will more than likely end up in the same situation. I'm sorry. I mean, I just think it's going to happen for Fabio. Fabio is good. The right hand. I like his charisma. I don't like anybody that's delusional, though. You know, I just have to be perfect for 30 seconds. Says who? Just because you beat up a guy that has... Let's look up Justice Huni's record real quick. Let's look it up. Justice Huni. Okay. So he's 26 years of age. If you look at his box rec, right? This guy has 12 fights. Well, 13 fights now. He has 12 wins out of 13 fights, 1 loss, the KO loss, 2 Fabio Wardley, 7 KOs. All right. Now, that's his pro record. That's it. That's his pro record. Nothing to add, nothing to take away. Right? So when you have this type of guy doing these type of things, you have to look at the possibility of someone like Fabio Wardley getting outboxed like that. Look at the level he was on. For 15 cents a day, you can sponsor Flamingo Legs. Why? Kurt, what has he done already achieved in fantastic due to the fact that his limited education? They held Deontay back a long time. Fabio won't get that privilege. Count was quick. Okay. Let's do this. All right. Are these fucking guys lost or what? They got to be lost. I mean, that's the same truck. But anyway, I don't think that's a good thing comparing yourself to Deontay Wilder. I think the whole overall thing is to have skills to protect yourself. This guy got beat up. What do you think somebody's going to do that is on a level above Michael or Justice Huni? That's the question you ask yourself. What do you think is going to happen when he gets in there with a Bacoli, when he gets in there with a Parker, when he gets in there with a Caballero? Okay. Justice Huni Light, right? Which people was calling Justice Huni. You know, and you're looking at these guys, even a Frank Sanchez, Efe Ajagba, you know, Zilly Zhang, everybody on the thumbnail, every single person on the thumbnail will more than likely beat him. Zhang, I don't know about Huni in a rematch. I know he took Huni out, but I think this is what happens. Celebrate Fabio Wardley now for what he did, but understand what he did was not much, okay? It wasn't much. He just got himself out of a situation that people didn't think he was going to get out of. That's all that happened. That is the story. That's the reality of what happened. Fabio Wardley was getting his ass whooped, and he was on a way of losing a decision or late stoppage in his hometown. That's the reality. That's the reality. He was on his way to being beat. No, Kurt, it's I get Caballero light. Yeah, that's right. I get Caballero light. That's right. Sorry about that. Yeah, I am dyslexic. But yeah, definitely. So I think we should look at what we saw. Don't hate on Fabio Wardley. Congratulate him if you're going to congratulate him. But understand, looking at what we saw, witnessing what we witnessed, his wins will come to an end. But I do think that Wardley, about to say Wilder, Fabio Deontay Wilder Wardley, that's his new name, people. Fabio Wilder Wardley, that's his new name. Like Martin, Andy Ruiz, Bacali, there we go. That's his new name. Dene, Generals, the Generals, counterpunch to you. Fabio needs to fight, to keep fighting. He takes too many breaks in boxing. Well, it is what it is. Parker needs to keep active. He does. Dark Side of the Moon. Exactly. The count is the same for both men. Also, they all have a gentleman's agreement before the fight that the refs count not 10 seconds. Dion W in the building. Counterpunch to you, bro. Bishop Desmond. He needs a regularly fight. He fights. He takes too many breaks. Eunice Borderball. Counterpunch to you. So I think this. Fabio Wardley could very well be beat his next fight. Unless it's a fight that's picked to the point where it's designed for him to win. But I don't think he's in that position anymore. I think he is a guy now that wants the best because he knows I have a limited amount of time before someone outpoints me. The question is, it ain't will he get outpointed or will he get stopped one day? The question is, who will it be and when will it happen? Then I think what he's trying to do, he's trying to get the biggest fights possible because he knows he has a limited amount of experience, which is opposite of delusion, though. He knows that. Bishop, I hate to admit it but you're absolutely right. Jarrell Miller would have beaten Wardley. Yeah, he would have beat him. He would have overpowered Wardley. What he would have done, Jarrell Miller would have got Wardley in a position where he couldn't move. You know, Jarrell Miller, now the ref would have helped him, though. Keep in mind, the ref would have helped him. The ref would have helped him, like the shoving, the elbow, shoves and all that stuff, the body language, the overall physical advantage that Jarrell Miller has. They will try at times to take that away. But someone like Jarrell Miller probably would have stopped for Wardley, because Wardley, I don't think he has the punching power to stop Jarrell. Jarrell is a big ass warthog. He's rock steady. You know, from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, he is rock steady. I can't stand it and boast the bastard Miller, but Wardley would have been overwhelmed. Yeah, he would have. Because, see, all Miller would have done, Miller would have fought him. And I would have still liked to fight, because Wardley is not this supreme boxer either. He just throws those bowls. Deon W., you know what I'm saying. I know why you're laughing. I know why you're laughing. He does look like damn Rocksteady from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Yeah, that's what he looks like. If you could pick a final three for Usyk, who? Heard him saying he doesn't know how many fights he has left. Alexander Usyk doesn't know how many fights he has left. I got all those videos are coming tomorrow, so don't worry. Don't fret. But he doesn't know, okay? So there you go. Bars. Bishop Miller, he wouldn't have beat AJ. I don't know if he wouldn't have. You know what? He might have beat AJ on the day. It would have been longer than Andy, because I think Andy's a better combination fighter, and Andy has a better explosive pedigree of punches. But Jarrell Miller might have beat Anthony Joshua June 1st, 2019. He probably would have beat him. He probably would have taxed that ass. That's what probably would have happened. Why? Because, believe it or not, I don't care if you guys believe it or not, but what was said, what was already rumored from Serafina, from Joey DeWaco, from countless other people, it had got out that Joshua got knocked out. You think a superstar Brit like Joshua getting knocked out by someone like Joey DeWaco or I get Caballero, do you think that's going to be on the hush-hush? No. It's going to be something that's going to be said. Now, respectfully, it was kept under wraps because of who that was. But it was going to get out, and it got out. And they already knew before Jarrell Miller failed the drug test, it was already out that Anthony Joshua was injured. He was concussed because Joey DeWaco or I get Caballero or some other guy knocked him out. Dropped him, and he got up shaky, and he had a concussion. McCauley will KO Wardley in the first 3 rounds. Yeah, he would have beat Wardley up, but the thing is, Wardley still has that hand cannon, and if he can create the type of punching power that Joseph Parker has, he could do something to change that around. You got to kind of look. Here's the things that people don't anticipate. We all anticipate the obvious, but we never look at what could happen. What could happen is Wardley knows how to throw that overhand right like Joseph Parker does. So Fabio Wardley might be that guy that catches McCauley in that area that he doesn't see. Excuse me, guys. Danae, the generals. Kurt, what do you think about Opetaia fighting midgets now? Is that fair? Is that even legal? Stop. He wasn't a midget. He was just shorter than the average cruiserweight. You have to understand, this guy was short and compact, and he was pretty damn tough, though. I would give Claudio Sueyo credit because he took shots. It was just how many that he was going to take. I kind of felt bad for him, honestly, because he got hit and he was like, dude, It's almost like kind of like, dude, I'm hurting. This dude hurt me with a shot. He hit me in the temple. It's in the head, people. I think we take this boxing way too for granted, right? Because if you get hit in your head, you get hit in the temple. He got hit right here by a right hook. Opetaia, bow, caught this boy. And when he caught him, it was a flush punch. Hindsight being 2020 is no shame in being KO'd by Fabio. He's whooped everybody else. That Opetaia fight was embarrassing. I mean, I don't think so. I think just Claudia knew his limits. He deserves this moment. I admire the heart. You know, Frank's going to cash him out now. They should stop talking Caballero, Huey Fury, Manuel Char. That's the level for now. Hope he gets treated right. We'll see. I think it all depends on who wins, though. You know, I see Fabio Wardley. I mean, if Frank's smart, he wouldn't match him with the people that he has. But if Danny Dubois wins, I guarantee you Frank Warren will turn into Benjamin Button. He will start looking younger by the hour. Kurt, what do you think about Tyrell Herndon? Can he beat Wilder? I don't know. I haven't seen him fight yet. I mean, after I get off this live, I'm actually going to see some clips of Tyrell Herndon, and then I will give you my take on it. That may be a discussion for tomorrow. Okay, so Tyrell Herndon, I haven't seen him. He hasn't fought anyone that I know that crossed paths with anyone that I know. Frank has the Midas touch at the moment. You're all winners. I appreciate each and every one of you. You beat Eddie's ass with Matchroom. Parker versus Wardley. Be a good fight because Wardley does have the speed to fight or to compete with Joseph Parker. He's supposed to fight Wilder next. No, he doesn't. I think Okoli is out of his damn mind trying to challenge Caballero. Okoli isn't a good enough fighter to even think of tugging the liver. Well, I'm going to tell you something. You know what I see in that fight? A sniper versus a machine gun. The only problem is snipers need room to work. They need room to project. They need room to be effective. That's Lawrence Okoli. Lawrence Okoli will take his ass in there with Agate Caballero if he wants to, and then he'll find out real quick. See, I'm going to tell you something by comparison on why I think Caballero will crush Lawrence Okoli in his tracks real fast. You know what? And you know why? Moses Atoma. He said Moses Atoma gave him the absolute blues when he was getting rocked to the body by the young lion. Moses Atoma. He said it. I have nightmares about this kid. They said go easy on the kid. Right? Okoli is a drunk sniper. Is British boxing better than US-based boxing? It's all whole. Who's getting more exposure? The UK, of course. I mean, it could be because both of these top British promoters have joined partnership alliance with Turki Al-Sheikh. So yeah, Okoli don't fight anybody. Well, if he fights those two guys, you can't say that no more. Painful shit for Okoli. Quick defeat. I mean, hey, at least he wants it. I can't knock anybody that calls out a fighter. If they win, lose, or draw, they call them out and the fight actually gets made. Of course, I would love that. Fabio just a bit better than Wilder. That's how good he is. Well, Fabio doesn't make these embarrassing steps or showing certain things that comes off very unprofessional. No, he doesn't do that. I rank Caballero next after Usyk. I do too. Because, I mean, Parker has been there. And the only reason I don't give Parker that ranking is because Parker has already been there. Caballero is a guy that he doesn't have losses. He's a guy that went through adversity without losing. He's a guy that didn't have to rebuild or do any of those particular things. He's a guy that's been doing it right the first time. That's the difference between Caballero and Joseph Parker. If that makes sense to anybody. Counterpunch, your internet network is not too cool. Yeah, I'm at Whitestone, so it's probably not. So I'm going to give another 4 minutes and jump off of here. I'm going to probably try to go handheld on my phone when I leave here. So we're probably going to have a double dose of live because I am hearing music, and if I can hear music, you guys can hear music, and I don't want to hear music because the music itself is copyrighted, so I don't want to get copyrighted. So Wardley should leave Ben Davidson. If he don't, it will be Wilder and Jay. You know what? Quan Big Guns. Let me counterpunch you for a second. I'm not doubting what you say. I'm just wondering why you're saying it. We all know, and we welcome you to the community because you're a part of the community. You are a part of the trenches. Quan Big Guns in the building. All love, no hate, but we can and we have to counterpunch to participate. And I'm going to say this. Maybe you don't like Ben Davidson because that was the Ben Davidson that had that fight with Tyson Fury. He's best friends with Tyson Fury, and maybe that's why you don't like him. Is that why that is? Tell me the truth. Tell us all the truth right now. Because if you can't tell us all the truth, let's just be real. We know you hate Tyson the Gypsy King. You hate him. And anybody associated with him. Do you hate John Fury? Do you hate Harry Fury? Do you hate Tommy Fury? Do you hate these guys? I want to know if you do. Because if you do, I can respect it. But at least I know where you're coming from. You could easily say I don't like any of those guys. I'm biased. I don't like Lennox Lewis. Well, I didn't like Lennox Lewis. I don't have an opponent in the show now, but I didn't like him at all. And I had no shame of telling people I did not like Lennox Lewis when he fought. He was a dry, pompous asshole. Great boxer, but didn't like him. Okay? So it is what it is. Because JD's was a passenger in Wilder's career. If Wilder left JD's, he would have improved. I agree with that, but understand, JD's was more like a manager than a trainer. The reason he brought in Mark Breland because he didn't know what to do with Deontay. He just knew he had a guy that was 6'7", that was tall, that was determined, that was young, that was hungry, that needed to feed his family because he had a shitload of kids, and he needed to do what he needed to do. Basketball and football didn't really work for him so much, yeah? So at the end of the day, he needed to do something. And JD's knew, hey, I like this kid. I love this kid even. I look at him as a good lad, but I can't train him like I need to train him, so I'm going to have to bring someone else in. So that's exactly what he did. He brought in Mark Breland. Mark Breland, the Golden Olympian, amateur-wise, right? He was the one that responsible, but there was a but. Wilder wasn't supposed to be pushed so hard or too hard or to that limit. Therefore, he couldn't be trained so hard, too hard to that limit. If you guys understand what I'm saying. So what it is with JD's was in a situation where, hey, Wilder is getting better. Wilder has power, but we can't allow Wilder to fight these guys because we can't put him in a situation that he's not prepared for. Fabio Wardley, to tie it all in, is going down the same path. I wouldn't let JDs train my dog. Hate is a very strong word. So it is what it is. Fabio versus Hunter should be the fight. Pulev is finished. That be the fight I'll pay for. I would like to see that fight too, honestly. But Pulev is going to get his last check, and you can't blame Pulev. Pulev has made some money. You know, Pulev got sued by Jenny Shisu, right? You guys remember that when he kissed her on the lips after knocking out this dude after getting the fight that he knew that was coming his way, that was going to get him millions. What fight was that, people? The AJ fight. I think Hunter would beat Wardley. Well, I'm going for Hunter. Dana will promote Canelo versus Crawford for the first time in his career. Yeah. Him and Turkey Al-Sheikh, to be fair. I wouldn't let JD. We already got that one. But no, seriously. I do think that in any case, Fabio Wardley has power. The question is, how much power does he have? That's the question. And that's going to be answered later on in his career. You know what I mean? At the party that was filmed, why was she at Pulev's party? She was there because she was trying to get in. She was trying to get in. She wanted cash. She seen an opportunity and she took it. She had no problem sucking or fucking or whatever she was doing. Okay, I'm just going to be real with you. The only thing was the opportunity presented itself that it was on camera. Pulev did it in public. I'm sorry. That's what it is. He was about to get it in. Well, I mean, they already knew. But since she had another opportunity not to just lay up with a boxer or a contender or whatever, she had an opportunity to get paid. Paid, people. So you think she's going to mess that up based on what she normally does? No, reporters are more than likely like, I'm going to be real with you. Reporters are like that. They do heinous things to get stories. If they want a story, they're going to do what they need to do to get it. Flirt. Rub elbows. What do you think that means for some women on the extremity end? They're going to do more than rub elbows. He kissed her, but she didn't force her. But he didn't force. No, she got kissed, and she didn't look like, oh, what are you doing? That was bullshit. You know it. I'm sorry. So it is what it is. So, but no, Pulev got paid. Pulev needs to get paid again. Right? Hunter will KO Pulev. I hope so. Quickly. Real fast. Does he bang like Zhang? Wardley versus Zhang. I don't think he does, but we'll see. But I don't see him beating Zhilei Zhang. I don't see him beating Parker. McCauley, I think McCauley would beat him if McCauley doesn't get hurt. I'm just going to be real with you. Any news about Filip Hrgovic versus Frank Sanchez? Not yet. No. I have not. So it is what it is. But Fabio Wardley, he's showing us stuff that he's proud, but he's also showing us vulnerability. He's showing us lack of defense. He's showing us a lot of stuff. And I think the next opponent, especially opponent that he wants a name with, is going to stop him. But I think we should appreciate Fabio Wardley for what he's done. We need to appreciate the punching power that Fabio Wardley possesses. He already cracked his rival Frazier Clark's jaw. Do you think Frazier Clark's in a hurry to get back in there with him? I don't think so. Right? So, guys, I got to get out of here. I appreciate the live stream. Tomorrow, it will be another topic. It will be another subject, but it will all be about boxing Love you guys. Be blessed. Enjoy this Tuesday. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.